Okay, welcome back to Oscar's Tech Talk. Today's video will be covering the actual review of my Hisense U76N 100-inch television. Uh, it's currently sitting in my makeshift home theater, which is my loft, second floor. I'd actually replaced my Epson 4K projector, which I was actually projecting onto a Elite 120-inch gray screen. So going off of this television, the unboxing was fairly simple. Hisense made sure to package it with enough protection from it being damaged. Mounting was also simple with 3 people. The handles actually made it easier to carry up the stairs. The weight was not really an issue, but due to the size, it was cumbersome. So 2 to 3 people to be safe to actually get it up the stairs and mounted it correctly. Happy to say that the remote control is backlit, which is great for dark rooms. Unlike my Sony OLED TVs, they didn't come backlit. I got the A80 series, so they didn't give the backlight remote with those TVs. First thing we'll go over is the dirty screen or uniformity. I tested it several times with some dirty screen test and actually some screen uniformity test, which I will be including in on this video. And as you can see in the actual video, very little dirty screen, if any, and the uniformity was actually fantastic. Going off of my first impressions, the picture quality is amazing out of the box, especially for this price range. Very bright colors, minimal blooming during dark scenes, and great contrast. Really good inky black levels. Streaming content isn't bad even when watching some 1080p or SDR content. HDR is superb. 1080p is hit or miss depending again on the source either you're streaming from, or if you have a 4K player watching a regular Blu-ray disc, it does upscale according to that 4K player, so you really get a good picture. I used my Disney Wow calibration disc to actually adjust the settings and calibrate the TV to my liking, which made the out-of-the-box picture even better. And again, just a reminder, please remember to turn off the light sensor. It will dim the picture out significantly, and you won't get as bright of a picture, if that makes any sense, on Filmmaker or on IMAX. The actual motion, once calibrated, is good. In order to do that, you would go into the settings and then go into the actual clarity or customization of clarity, which gives you the motion blur and screen jitter in order to actually customize it to your liking. I really like the soap opera effect, so I kind of bump it up all the way. Some people don't. They like the film effect, which kind of I'm not too fond of. So you see too much motion blur. The Dolby settings, IMAX settings, Filmmaker mode, they're all really good. Even the HDR theater dark mode is really well as well. Not too much calibration on that part. I did play with the dark levels or contrast levels. Backlight didn't touch too much, but actually with the actual contrast, I did play around with it. Again, going off of the 4K disc content, it's obviously a lot better than streaming, especially when you have a dedicated 4K player like my Blu-ray player from Samsung. It upscales everything to include the 4K disc that I currently have. It was unbelievably better than the streaming. Not to say that the streaming was bad. The streaming was actually really good. Again, coming from my OLED TVs, this TV comes really close to that picture quality. I know online you've been reading some reviews regarding flat colors or just regarding screen uniformity. I haven't had one issue with that. Again, I've had the TV for about a month and a half and haven't seen any of that. So I guess I got lucky with this panel. The game settings are really great and easy to adjust. My son actually playing The Last of Us on his PS5. He said the response time was really good. Again, I'm not a gamer, so that wouldn't make a big difference for me. But if you are, just be mindful that it does play at 144 hertz and the VRR works really well. I tried watching the Super Bowl, as you can see, but unfortunately the Paramount Plus streaming was not working properly due to the amount of viewers streaming it. Now, going off of the streaming apps, Disney Plus, Vudu, Movies Anywhere, Amazon Prime, I mean, even going off of Peacock and again, the Paramount Plus, once it's not bombarded with users, great picture, great quality. All in all, I'm really happy with the overall picture quality and black levels. Very smooth motion and sheer immersiveness. Again, if you're sitting directly in front of this television, there's some scenes in movies that you feel like you're falling into the television, which I don't get with my 77-inch. But again, that could be due to the 77-inch sitting further away from my bed than I hope for. Um, Again, I'm going to emphasize this. It's not an OLED, but due to the local dimming zones, it comes pretty close to those black levels. In regards to what I prefer to watch or where I prefer to watch, ever since I got this QLED from Hisense, I'd rather watch TV on the 100-inch, and obviously if I'm in bed, I'll watch it on my 77-inch. But my go-to is this 100-inch right now. The cons of this television, they're not many. I think I have two, and the biggest issue I have with this is the actual processing from Hisense. Hitting the menu button or trying to get to the menu if you're watching 4K content and you're streaming, it takes about a second to a second and a half to actually pop the menu up, and then you have to scroll accordingly. Again, it's just a little slower than I'd like. You can't compare the processor to a Sony. Again, Sony puts their money with their processing, so Sony kicks butt with that part of their television. But that's really all I have as far as cons. I have not had any issues regarding any loss of screen as far as HDMI drops and stuff like that I've been reading online that people have been complaining about. I haven't had any pixelation issues, no flashing. So again, unless I got really lucky with this panel, I think I did. So hopefully you enjoy the content. Please give me any feedback regarding just in general. And please look out for more videos. And if you can, subscribe. Thank you.
He seemed angry and paranoid and delusional. He just exploded.
Man, hopefully we can calm him down.
I've seen people lose control like this. Be careful.
Good thing there are two Spider-Men now.
Good luck.
Thanks, MJ.
Might need a new tech we've been cooking up too.
No way. They're untested. Barely prototypes.
But you brought him, right?
No comment.